Hi, in this video we are going to learn dual axis charts in Excel. A dual axis chart in Excel is a powerful visualization tool that allows you to plot two different data sets on separate axes within the same chart. It provides a clear and concise way to compare and analyze two related but distinct variables. By using dual axis charts, you can effectively communicate complex data relationships and uncover meaningful insights. How to create dual axis chart? Dual axis charts are especially useful when comparing two variables with different units of measurement or significantly different scales. Steps to create dual axis chart is: select the data range from both sets of data. Select combo charts from recommended chart list. Select the data series that has to be in secondary axis. And select the chart type for the data range to show in secondary axis. Let's move on to our Excel file to understand this better. Here we have this table which has product, sales of those products, net profit for all these sales, and the quantity of these products. Here the sales is related to the products that we have here. Net profit is also related to the products, and quantity is also related to the products. So all these three variables are related to our products. In such cases, dual axis chart is very helpful, which will help us understand the sales, net profit and the quantity for these products in one single chart. Let's see how to apply dual axis chart. Select the data range, go to Insert, go to Recommended Charts, go to All Charts, and here in the last we see Combo Charts. Click on Combo Charts. We see the chart preview here where we see that the products, bookcases, chairs, appliances, these are all in x-axis. And the blue one is for sales, net profit is in orange. And the gray line is our quantity, which is just a straight line for now. As we have negative values in our net profit, we see that there are few bars or the columns which are coming below the x-axis. For both sales and net profit, we have clustered column charts, which is okay. And for quantity chart, we have line chart, but let us put this in the dual axis or the secondary axis chart. Now we have a separate axis for quantity alone, and sales and the net profit are considered as the single chart data. The reason is sales and net profits are in amounts, the currency dollar amounts, but quantity is in numbers. So we cannot use quantity in dollar values. That's the reason we need to select the secondary axis so that the data type is different and it will show the graph according to the data that we have here. Click OK. We don't have any negative values in our quantity list. But here we see that our graph is going below x-axis for quantity. The reason is the graph is starting from the negative values of the primary y-axis. So we need to put the negative values even in the secondary axis. To do that, let me click on the secondary axis. And we get a small format axis here. Let me select the negative values here. -20. Now 0 shifted only to one level. So let us make it as -40. After this adjustment, we see that 0 shifted to x-axis. We see that -20 and -40 values are included in secondary axis. We see that appliances has more quantity and the least is the furnitures. Let's change the color of the charts. Let me click on the line chart, right click, format data series, go to fill, solid line, and let me select some contrasting color to it, dark red. Let me change the color of this bar, right click, format data series, fill, light green. You can remove the grid lines if you don't like it. Now that I've removed the grid lines, I have selected this color for net profit. When we look at these values here, we understand that these are the amount. But when we look at this axis, the secondary axis, there are numbers here from 0 to 160 and the negative numbers as well, although we don't have any range falling in this negative value, but just to adjust the axis we have mentioned few negative values here. But when you look at these numbers, we don't understand what is this value for. We don't understand that this is related to quantity unless we see our table. For us to get the clear understanding about this axis details, let's go to chart design, add chart element data, axis titles, and this is for secondary. So we just keep it as vertical one. So let's keep the vertical axis title for secondary axis. And here we can mention quantity. Now we understand that these numbers are related to quantity. We can use a similar axis title for this axis as well. For that, go to chart design again, add chart elements, axis title for primary and let it be vertical. And here we can mention sales and net profit. Now we understand this side is sales and net profit and this side is quantity. When you look at this chart, sales, net profit and the quantity, they are all related to products. Combo chart helps us to compare the data for the same product under different dimensions. Let's try dual axis in a different way. Let me select only sales and net profit. Insert, recommended charts, all charts, combo charts again. Let me select this as my area chart and even this as my area chart, and the net profit I want it to be in my secondary axis. Okay. Here we have the area chart for dual axis. But having the dual axis and the area chart will give us a clear output. Let's change the color to transparent colors so that we see all those lines behind this particular area. Right click. Let me change the color. Let me apply the transparency on this. Similarly, let me go to this chart, solid color. Let me select this color, increase the transparency, give border as the same color. From the color legends we understand that orange is for sales and the blue one is for net profit. When you look at the net profit lines, the net profit is increasing for all these products, and we see that the net profit is pretty high for phones, and the least one we see here is for lights. And for sales, when we look at the lines for sales, we see that the highest sales was for laptop and the least sale is for furnitures. This way, through the dual axis and the area chart, we are now able to understand the performance of these products on different axes. This is how we can make use of dual axis and the area charts together. Now let's understand the highlights of this video. By utilizing different chart types in each data series, you can highlight the unique characteristics of each variable. Dual axis charts visually represent the data in a way that makes it easy to identify the patterns, trends, and correlations. By plotting the variables on separate axes within the same chart, we can visually depict the relationship and uncover the variable insights.